Morning. So it is Wednesday the 7th of May, unbelievably. Now obviously we had a bank holiday Monday, and then yesterday I just wasn't feeling very well. I think the last couple of weeks now I've been pretty drained, pretty down, and just not feeling it. Over the weekend, busy weekend, trying to drop kids here, there and everywhere, and I just think it all got a bit too much in the end, and yesterday I ended up kind of just pottering around doing some kind of machinery stuff and just a few things like that, bit of office work, but one thing I did do was go back to the football pitches just to check a few things, and I was really pleased to see what I saw, and I'll show you what I saw now. Okay, I am at the football ground. So did the weed killing work. You can literally see the line of daisies of where I've overlapped the pitch. Nothing on the pitch. Weeds here. You can see all the way around. I've not been down here for a couple of weeks. I'm well impressed. So we've cut with the 41, and we've got it down onto the lowest setting as well. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. And we have scarified in two different directions. Now you can still see, I don't even know what these are. I suppose this, it's roots or something. And then we've got obviously lots of stragglers. It's fluffed all this up nice, all these shoots here, so we'll go over with the mower again. So we'll get this cleared up, we'll go over the scarifier a couple of more times, get as much out as we can, and then we'll go over with the mower and just if the scarifier hasn't chopped these up anymore, then we'll get it all cut up. Nice. They're all over the lawn. So all done, seeded, top dressed. The client has been given strict instructions to water regularly throughout the day for the next couple of weeks, and then I'll be back in to take the fleecing off and then give it its first cut as well. So right, on to the next one. They've had a lot of trees taken out here. Basically was a really shaded garden, as you can see by the beech and the oak, and I think it was all conifers in that massive gap there. So we ended up with probably a metre strip ish all the way around the outside, which just had nothing. It also slopes off. So what I've done is your usual weed and feed, but in this area here is obviously put some soil and seed all the way around. So hopefully that will be enough to bring that area back. So yeah, 2 jobs today is about all I've managed, if I'm honest. I think it's about 3:30 now. Tomorrow, usual Thursday, I need to take a look at that. Need to take a look at the Cub Cadet. I've got the other Time Master back now. I just need to put it all back together. If you remember, the engine had to be removed for a nut or a bolt to be drilled out. That's happened. So there was basically, yeah, I need to put it back together. So might be able to do that tonight. Get the coil pack off of the Cub Cadet and get that part ordered. The really big lawn, they want another cut. What I did do is just go down to the hire shop and just see how much it would be to hire. They've got a couple of Cub Cadets, one which is very similar to the John Deere mower that I use, and one which is a bigger zero turn. Zero turn I won't be able to take because it's too big for the trailer and to get into the van, so I'd have to go with the smaller option, but it's still bigger than the Time Master, and you've got to remember I have cut it a number of times with the Time Master. So yeah, I sort of worked out the costings and stuff, and I could hire it and still make money. Not as much as what I would have liked to, but it is still possible, and obviously the client is very satisfied with what I'm doing, so they keep coming back. Morning, so it's Thursday, usual Thursday lawn. Not too much to cut on the sort of the formal areas. So what we've been doing is just concentrating on the wild growth. So this was a sea of daffodils. I don't think it's looked as good this year as it has normally, which I'm sure is down to the dry spring that we've had. But what I'll do is, now there's bluebells in there, you can see, so I'm just going to leave it now until it all sort of dies away and browns off that little bit. Then what I'll do is I'll bring the flail mower in. Random poppies there, so I've just kind of left that to do its thing. I'll get a strimmer in a minute and kind of go around all this sort of stuff. But yeah, just making a bit of an island and some swales of areas. Just trying to make it a little bit more attractive. I did this last year because in previous years I've just left it all long, but I think it's much more appealing when you've got pockets and areas like that. So yeah, I've actually just run out of fuel and I can't, although I finished with the mower, I can't be asked to push it all the way back up. So just going to get a drop of fuel and then just run around with a strimmer and just do some few areas that the mower couldn't quite get to, like that stump you just saw, areas like that. And then yeah, just give everything a bit of a blow off. There's lots of pollen, so much pollen off the oak trees around, so the patios and all those areas just need some blowing off. And then yeah, that'll be that for this property today. And then we're off to the John Deere mowing job. John Deere should be working fine. There's an area that needs to be turfed now. The client has told me he's prepped it, which I know damn well it's not done well enough. He said, I've prepped it, but you let me know what you think might need rotivating. So anyways, and they've got a kind of like a housewarming party because they've had all that work done in a week's time. So a week this Saturday, I think. So he wants that turfed by then, this area, and it's the front of the house by the main drive. So somehow I've got to fit that in, even if it's just next week I cut and turf. It's not a big area, fortunately, so it shouldn't take too long. And it's just, yeah, finding the time to do the prep work. I'm hoping there won't be too much prep work, but we shall see soon enough. Okay, so here we are on the second Thursday lawn. So it's the first time it's been cut properly in a while, certainly in this direction. So yeah, there you go. There is the seeded area. So that's obviously, you've got the long areas which grew like wildfire, and they've a bit yellow now, but a few more cuts and a bit of light, and that'll be perfect. Okay, so we're at Thursday lawn now, last one. This is the one 3 weeks ago which was seeded, top dressed, etc, etc. So yes, looking pretty good. However, I'll scroll down, the dog has been out here and there is nothing we can do about that. I mean, we can obviously scratch that stuff out and seed it, but going forwards it's gonna go backwards, if that makes sense. Anyways, looks pretty good. Right, I'm running really late now. Yeah, the John Deere was playing up and I had to piss about with that quite a bit, which has made me really late. So I've got 15 minutes now to go straight to the nursery and pick the boys up. So I haven't got time to do the front today. I'm just going to have to do it tomorrow and hope I've got time then. If not, I'll be bringing the boys back tomorrow afternoon. Friday, and it's dry, really dry. If you remember, I put some water on last week. I've been running late today, so I just haven't had time to put any water on, but at the end of the day I come here for about 2 hours a week. If the client wants a lush green lawn, then they've got to put a bit of effort in. So yeah, as I say, didn't get finished yesterday. So I've got to go and do the front lawn of the last house. That might mean that I have to pick the kids up and then take them. Fortunately it's the front, so they can just sit in the van and they can either watch me or watch YouTube on my phone or something. So cut the back with a Time Master, and yeah, back's not looking that bad actually. Again, very dry, as is everything. We need rain. Just need to blow everything off. I mean, the stripes are in there, you know, bearing in mind it's not a roller, but yeah, still a bit of moss in there. This does need to be scarified, but just haven't got to it yet. So essentially we've got 3 more of these, all in a very similar condition, I'd imagine. Right, I don't know how much I'm going to film today, because as I say, I am up against the wall for time, and it's not even 10:30 yet. So right, I might catch checking with you later.